Just a public service announcement before we begin. You're about to enter the 1990s through my webpage. I wanted to offer an apology in advance. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, so after that kind of scary warning about taking a trip back in time 30 years, let's check out the schedule link. Okay, just be aware, it looks like this. It's a little bit annoying. I get it. I do. But you know what's more annoying? Blackboard. We'll go into Blackboard later too, because I want you to see where you're going to be turning stuff in. But this is your entire term laid out for you with links where you can get your stuff from. So the idea of all of this is it's a day-by-day listing of what you should do before class, what you should do after class, and what you should kind of do in between classes. So we are in this day kind of right now. I made sure to get you this video well before classes started because I wanted you to be able to look at it beforehand. And if you really wanted to explore some of this stuff, you can. There are lots of things linked already. But the idea is that you can get in here at any time. You don't have to log into Blackboard. It's just like, again, it's this little link right off the main page, main web page. And it tells you two things most days. Now, this day is a little bit weird because I don't have anything due today. Okay, there's nothing due to submit to Blackboard today. So with your permission, I'm going to skip over here to Wednesday. So Wednesday, it tells you what you should do before our Zoom meeting today. So before 8 to 10 on that Wednesday, if you want to drop in, I've got two things. I've got a lab for you to do, and I've got a homework. Now, when I say to do, you're just going to open these documents, read them, and work through them. They're not due today. Those documents, your work on those documents is actually due over here on Friday. Okay, you see how Friday says what to do and to submit to Blackboard before 8 a.m. today? That's before the next class. So the stuff that we're going to take questions on in the previous class, you'll do and you'll submit to Blackboard before the next class. If you look back at Wednesday, look at what's due 8 a.m. before 8 a.m. Wednesday. It's Lab 1 multi-sided dice and the 100-sided die homework. That is the stuff we're going to take questions on the class day before. So the idea is you're looking at the stuff the day before, hopefully getting all your questions answered. Then you have the rest of Monday and Tuesday to find some time to work on those things and make sure they are submitted to Blackboard before 8 a.m. the following class day. And that's the way everything is. If you look at Friday, read over and try the questions on Lab 3 and the turtle homework. And then the following Monday, Lab 3 and the turtle homework. It always kind of goes like that. Now, that's the timing of class. Hopefully that makes sense. What I want to chat about now is how you actually quote unquote do the homework. Okay, so let's just open up this first one, the multi-sided die homework. All right, so if you open this thing up, it's a PDF document. Here it is over here. All right, so the idea is you don't have to print this out. I never want you to have to print these things out. If you want to, that's fine. The problem with printing these out is I don't give you enough space in between to actually answer some of these questions. They get too crunched together. So my intent is for you not to print these out, but instead use this kind of like a textbook, because really it's what it is. I've created a course that's all online. So this is kind of like a chapter and homework questions, if you will, in a textbook. So you're going to read this first little bit here and then answer question number 1. Now, when I say answer question number 1, one way to do this is to open up Word and type 1 and then your answer here. And then press enter. And then save this somewhere, save this on your computer. Let's save it on my desktop. Desktop, and we'll save this as lab number 1. That's the dice lab. Okay, and I always recommend to my students that they create a folder to put all their stuff in. That way, it's easier to kind of keep it all organized. And then you can go back to the PDF. Keep reading. Keep reading. There's a link every once in a while in here. And then there's some explanation. I explained some stuff here. And then there's another question. Using one of the other dice up there, explain how to relabel it. And I'm not going to answer these questions with you right now. The point of the lab is for you to answer these questions. And then you will go back to your Word document and say 2, and you said your answer again here. And then I would save it again because I grew up in the 80s and 90s when stuff crashed all the time, so you got used to saving all the time. And then you just keep going. Question number 3, question number 4, question number 5. You just keep going. Keep going. Some of these are number questions. Some of these are answer questions. Like, for example, number 5. Why can't we model a 7-sided die with this pack in the same way we did with 3 and 5? Okay, and then you get down, you get down, you get down, and at some point down here, every once in a while, I will include little videos that you can click on and open up that will help you through. So I love that that's the screen capture it used for me. That is just awesome. So you can play these little videos, and if you get stuck with this part of the lab, you can watch those videos, and that'll give you some hints. So by the time you're done, you will have a Word document that has, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm having a hard time doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blah, blah, blah. You're going to save the whole thing, and you're going to submit that to Blackboard. So how do you submit to Blackboard? Well, let me show you that next. Now, you can't get into the Blackboard course right now, unfortunately, because it's not open to students yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to get in. I thought I had it open, but I guess I don't. So you're going to log into Blackboard, however you do, and then you're going to find your class, Math 98. You're going to click on that, and when you go into Math 98, you're going to see folders for any given week. Boom, 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 boom. And then they're labeled. Lab 1, the multi-sided die. Homework, 100-sided die. Lab 2, R2-D2, probability. Homework, estimating chances. This is for week 1. You're going to click on whatever you want to submit. For example, we're working on Lab 1 right now, so you'll click on that. And then down here, you don't have to write a submission or anything like that. You're just going to attach your file. So you're going to go to Browse My Computer. You're going to find that file wherever it was. There's mine right there. Ba-boom, ba-boom. And then you're going to submit it. And after you submit it, it ends up in Blackboard, and I can grade it and get you feedback back. So that's how you do stuff in the class and get it to me so I can grade it and get you feedback on it. I'll talk about feedback in the first week of classes. Feedback's a little tricky to find in Blackboard. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, Sean, I don't like this starting a Word document thing. I actually want to write stuff on a piece of paper. Hey, you know what? That's fine. You totally can do that. Get a piece of scrap paper, any piece of scrap paper, recycle it, whatever, piece of cardboard, I don't care, and legibly write your work on a piece of paper or pieces of paper. Then take a picture of your work and send that file via Blackboard in the exact same way. If anything I'm saying right now doesn't make sense to you as far as how to upload, how to create a digital file, just send me an email and I can walk you through it. I can give you some tutorials. I can help you out with that. So that's the big idea. The big idea is you're on this schedule page, which is, it might be a little bit terrifying looking at first, but you'll get the hang of it. The idea is for any given day, you want to look at these things first and try to start kind of hacking away at them. Then you drop into Zoom if you have questions. Get your questions answered. Then you've got time to work on them between that day and the next day before they're going to be due. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, you can always email me and I'll talk you through anything that doesn't make sense. So let's stop here and jump back to the syllabus because now we understand how to submit things in the class.